Hello friends, I hope you are safe now. Um, I wanted to post few videos about books I've read and I'm going to read, but it's not felt right without telling anything about Black Lives Matter. As many of you, I believe, I was outraged and very upset. I felt terrible about George Floyd's death, and it's so hard to believe the thing is still happening in 2020. And we came to USA only 5 years ago, and I can't tell you that I thought that racism is like there is no racism in USA. I thought there was at some point, but in my most horrible dreams, I never realized how bad situation is now. And I hesitated to tell anything about this because truly I don't know what to tell. I'm a white person in USA. Of course, I'm like in privileged class, but the truth is, as I'm rather new in USA, I know barely nothing about racism and anti-racism movement. These days, like a lot of people post it on Instagram, like we are muted and listening. White people. I haven't posted anything. I just don't know what to say, but I'm truly is muted and listening because I don't know what to say. I say nothing, and because I know nothing, I try to educate myself best as I can. So I read a lot of articles. I almost do not read books these days because I read so many newspapers and Facebook posts and all this stuff. I really try to educate myself. I feel pain of these people and I want to understand what I can do. Of course, I signed petitions and I think we will donate something to funds that support Black lives. But what I wanted to say, I'm just mumble, I understand this, but I'm a mom of two kids. One of them was born in USA, one of them was not born in USA. And when we came to USA, I made my goal to I didn't call it like racism or anti-racism. I just wanted my daughter to be like common in all surroundings, and we have a lot of like black toys, black dolls in our household. And also one thing that disturbed me a lot, I know it's small thing, but I truly believe that the like equalness has to be built from the minds of our kids, because of course we can do something, but truly only the generation that was raised with some thoughts, with some understandings, can make change. And there are a lot of these crayons and pencils and markers. So this is the most common brand of art supplies for kids in USA. And even in the biggest, like 64 crayons, or like big amount of crayons in one box, there is never a crayon with like black skin color. there is always light skin color and maybe a little bit darker, but you're supposed to draw black people with just black color, and of course it's not true to life, and kids, it's really hard to kids to understand that you can do this with the skin. But in our household we always have these multicolor skin crayons. I know it's something silly to do, but I'll post a link to them down below, so maybe there are parents that are watching it and they want to buy something like that to their kids. I mean, it's normal for kids to imagine world with different colors, with different skin colors. And for me, it was not like anti-racism act. It was just I wanted my girl to have full representation of the world, so she can imagine things without borders. But I just can't even realize how hard it has to be for kids to have these like crayons and do not have their skin color. I think I really think that all boxes with crayons has to have skin colors with different colors, from light to really dark, and everything in between, because it's really important for every kid to draw himself and his family. It's nothing about books, I understand this, but from the other hand, I can't say that they will watch all black color booktubers, because some of them just read books that I'm not interested in, and I do not want to make this. I think it's a bad favor for them to subscribe and then maybe unsubscribe because I'm not interested in all content. But I really make my goal now to look through all the content that black booktubers present on booktube, and found something similar to my taste. But I never made a difference between colors. Now I think that I really need to support black people. But yeah, also if talking about books, of course this is very important to have books about issues, like The Hate You Give and other books talking about racism. But also I think it's really important to have black characters in all genres and all books, even if the main hero is white character. I can't say that I see lots of romance where main heroine even have a black girlfriend, or just friend. I can't say that there are a lot of fantasy with black skin representation. I think it's a shame, because I don't understand why people do not do this. Maybe this is really like racism, when we read books and can't find black people in them. Of course there are black authors, and of course sometimes their heroes are black people, but I think it's really important to see black people in all books, because we see them in real life at least, and it's strange to disinclude them in the books. I'm rambling now. I'm really upset and I don't know what to say, and forgive me if I told something wrong. Tell me about this. I'll try to educate myself and do my best. I hope you are doing well. I hope you stay safe. I hope authorities will hear us and will change something. And I can't say how sorry I am for all these black people who were murdered by authorities, I'm truly like mourn for them. I think we'll match in different video about different topic. I want to end with a quote. I mean, I read a lot of articles and listen to a lot of things these days, and I read this quote by Martin Luther King, and I mean, this quote made me do this video because I'm really I feel a lot of shame to know so not so much about this. But after this quote, I decided to do something. I think all know this quote because a lot of children in the USA know this. But again, I am new to all this. So he said that at the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but we will remember the silence of our friends. And I don't want to be silent anymore. I think that's all. Bye.